The child in the rubble. I felt a tap on my shoulder. Someone was there in the rubble, I could feel it. I just had to get to him, but every step I took, every movement I made, the pile of concrete and rebar shifted, threatening to crush me like the bug that I was under its weight. The air grew thin, making it hard to breathe. My headlamp flickered, casting grotesque shadows that danced with the dust motes in the air. I couldn't see anything clearly, but I could hear a faint sound above the rumble of the collapsing building, a child crying. I pushed aside a loose board and slid it under the edge of a beam. Then I did something crazy. I reached out for him, but the debris held him tighter. I felt the floor of the building shift again, and this time a shower of plaster and glass rained down onto us. I don't remember screaming, but the sound of my terror echoed around me in the darkness. I don't know how long I struggled, clawing at the rubble, trying to make a space big enough for me to squeeze through to get to the boy. But the more I moved the debris, the more it seemed to shift and settle over him, suffocating him. I could feel his terror, his pain, his trust in me, the belief that I would save him. And then I had to make a choice. Leave him there in the darkness with nothing more than the concrete and rebar that encased him, or risk my own life to try and save his. I don't know what gave me strength, adrenaline, fear, the sight of his tiny hand reaching out to me from the dust and grime. I pulled with every ounce of strength I had left. My fingers found purchase on something solid. I pulled again, harder this time, and finally, he was free. Coughing and spluttering, I cradled him close, his ribs digging into my chest. I don't remember much after that. I vaguely recall the paramedics taking him away on a stretcher, his eyes wide and staring, the dust and grime caked on his skin. I never saw him again. They told me later that he died 2 days after the building collapsed, that he lingered between life and death for a while, that he suffered. And I have never been able to forgive myself for that. How far would you go to save an innocent life?